It's time for the United Hearts Family Fest, Saturday, September 13th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Trinity Church on South 24th. Enjoy awesome music from local artist Liz Bentley and the Silver Bullets, an assortment of food and drinks, a beer and wine tent, quarter auctions, games, bounce houses, crafts, and tons of activities for the kids, or sign up for the cornhole tournament. Scan the QR code for discounted tickets or visit our Facebook page for more information. And don't miss out on the fun. Family Fest is sponsored by Peters Heating and Air Conditioning and Trinity Church.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Today joining me, Kristen Ritterbusch with John Wood Community College. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. So Kristen is the director of the Pathways program, and I want you to tell me a little bit about that. But first, the school year is in full swing.
Yes.
And I hear you're doing some good things, right?
Yes. School year is up and running. We're, going into week 4 already? Enrollment's up. We got a ton of students on campus. This group seems super engaged and just having a really good time. So
that's awesome.
It's always fun when campus fills back up with students.
It is, yeah. I always tell people, going away to college always seems fun, and people that think about John Wood are like, I don't know if I want to stay into. I recommend it to everybody. Some of the best days of my life were spent at John Wood. Not just because of the programs you offer, which again are amazing. Yes. The people are incredible. The teachers, the professors, all of the support staff. Everybody just has that kind of hometown community feel. So it's really, really neat. Yeah. And you all seem to focus so much on the individual student and the individual student's needs. And the Pathways program interweaves into that feeling of community really, really well.
Exactly. So Pathways, as related to my position, has basically kind of reorged a lot of our services around students choosing John Wood, starting at John Wood, and kind of that advising model of finding their path as well. As we were talking earlier, John Wood is on a program called Rural Guided Pathways. It's a national model for community colleges, and we were actually selected as one of only 28 colleges in the country to start this cohort. So it's a very selective group, and so a lot of the work that we're doing is really stemmed from those conversations. And it's pretty simple at its core. The goals are to help students find their path, start their path, stay on their path, and then have successful outcomes. So when you say that, it's like, oh yeah, that's easy. But it's really
there's a lot of activities that go into that.
Yes. So part of what we're talking about today is what we've done to kind of help students explore careers. And we've had conversations before where everybody thinks about, I'm going to be a teacher or a nurse or a firefighter, and that is just scratching the surface with the opportunities. So we have a series of career exploration events that are going to be happening. First one is Health Sciences, which is a very popular one, coming up September 26th, and these will go throughout the year. But it's a wonderful opportunity for us to talk about the ones that they know about, but then also try to explore and introduce them to careers in those fields that they maybe hadn't even considered.
Okay, can you give me a couple examples?
Oh gosh. Let's see, when we did, health science related. So everybody thinks about nursing, being a doctor, maybe physical therapy, but there's occupational therapy, speech therapy, art therapy, music therapy. There's healthcare administration. There's social work positions within healthcare. Clinical positions. There's all kinds of things.
And the new technology with like ultrasound and stuff, and those careers can be so lucrative that maybe you don't think about, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you could be like, I want to give echo tests, or I want to, sonography, or but it's just so
it's endless. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different opportunities.
So we want to just explore that, and really, anytime we can give students a pathway that has options, that's the goal. Because we all know your path is not a straight line.
Not linear, not for me.
It zigzags and curves and goes all over the place. So if we can get students at least interested in an area, then within that area, you can kind of go in all these different directions. So that's kind of the purpose of the Career Exploration Series. All of our programs and careers are kind of broken up into these 6 sections. And so if a student's undecided, they could come to all of these. And kind of get a feel for what's out there. So all of these events will have hands-on activities.
Okay.
So you're going to be doing things with your hands, kind of seeing what that feels like. We also have speed dating, which is a lot of fun.
With your career, you're like,
so
do I like this? Do I not like this?
Well, it's really important for students to hear from people that are actually doing that work.
Yeah.
So we invite professionals, whether it's alumni or just professionals in the community, to come in, and they get to like give them their elevator pitch about their career, what they do in a typical day. And so the student gets to get up and move from professional to professional.
Sure.
That's been, we started that last year with some of our events, and that was the highlight. That was the most positive
That's really
comments
cool.
that we got. So
I think I wanted to go, I think one of the what I wanted to do was HR, because I was very people-centric. I didn't realize how much policy, regulation, kind of paperwork, compliance that came into it. So when I did go do an internship, which was really all that was available back then, because we didn't have, the pathways, exploring these different careers. I quickly realized in this internship, which was paid, thank goodness, that it wasn't for me. Because I was like, I don't like all the administrative stuff. I just want to be with people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hence
And
this.
here you are.
You're right. Here I am. So anyway, okay. So I didn't want to cut you off.
No, that's okay.
So you're doing activities that kind of immerse you in that career. The speed dating sounds really cool. What else can people expect in these different?
Yeah. So it's short and sweet. It's from 9 to noon.
Okay.
They're all on Fridays. So students can come in the morning. They get the afternoon off maybe. It's just a fun way for them to connect. Our faculty are going to be leading the session, so they get to meet some of the faculty that they will be getting to know. What did I say? Programs, speed dating, hands-on activities, and then there'll be an admissions-y kind of one, just talking about like, if you want to do this, this is what this looks like. Yeah.
Okay.
And these are the programs that we have. If you want to do a career like this, you need to think about X, Y, or Z.
Sure, right. And then kind of
and
timeline. Ooh, and lunch.
And lunch. Get a free T-shirt.
Heck yeah.
It's a good time.
Okay, so now are these programs, because I do want to go into the different series here in just a second so people can kind of mark their calendar. Are these events open to only John Wood students?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
These are for prospective students. John Wood students are actually welcome. I know our education faculty are planning on having their students come and go through it also.
Okay.
But it's really designed for prospective students.
Gotcha.
And we're kind of targeting it to anybody in high school. So
Okay.
it's not just seniors, juniors. Obviously, seniors and juniors is probably the time frame where you really want to be doing this, visiting schools,
Sure.
thinking about what you want to do. The approach used to be, well, let's just pick what college you want to go to, and then we'll figure out what you want to major.
Yeah.
And really, you need to have an idea of what you want to study, and
Sure.
then find a school that fits that need for
Right.
you, and not the other way around.
Right.
So-
And I think, John Wood, outside of course, the pathway, exploring these different career options and kind of figuring out that way, John Wood is a great place to go when you're still kind of figuring it out.
Exactly.
Not just for these programs, but because it does allow you to kind of find your path.
Find your path.
It does.
Yep.
Okay, so can be for students of John Wood, can be mostly applicable to prospective students. But you can come in and check out all of the different buckets of careers,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then learn more about each of those buckets and what's offered and what it takes to explore a career there and what it looks like maybe even financially or timeline
Yes,
wise,
exactly.
right? Okay, so the first event is September 26th, and you mentioned health sciences.
Yes, that's
Okay.
health sciences. So that includes nursing, all of the kind of professional health programs. We
Sure.
have a lot of students that come to John Wood and then are going to plan to go to another therapy program or whatever. We included EMT and paramedicine in that. There's a lot of interest. Those classes had waiting lists this year, so
Really?
there's a lot of interest in
Cool.
that. So that's part of that health sciences day. And yeah, I think we covered all it. CNA, surge tech,
Sure.
nursing, all of those.
Yeah, perfect. And then we can just quickly touch on the other ones, just so people, if maybe health sciences isn't really your jam, you can, put it on the calendar if any of these kind of strike your fancy.
Yeah, I'll just run through it. So coming up then November 14th will be Human Services and Education. So that includes human and public service and education. So these are all clustered around similar skills.
Okay.
Because people wouldn't necessarily put, being a counselor and, law enforcement together.
Right.
But it's the same set of skills.
Sure.
It's just different applications. So human services includes things like, psychology, sociology, that social work counselor.
Sure.
Public service, law enforcement, fire science. and then education, early childhood, middle school, high school, whatever kind
Sure.
of level of education you're wanting to do. So that's November 14th. December 5th, we're looking at business, marketing, and then our hospitality and culinary programs kind of fall into that same skill set.
Yeah.
Hosting, business, marketing, management,
That's what I
leadership,
did.
all the things.
Yes.
And so that'll be a good one. That's another one where I think people say, oh, I'm going to major in business, but
They
the
don't know what that
application
means. Yeah.
of that kind of a degree is limitless almost.
It's endless. Yeah. And then when you get into it, you're like, I'm just going to go for business. So I don't really know what else I'm going to do. It's not a bad path.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
what my major was
right.
too.
Go
Yeah.
explore and see what that means in the end, because I'd hate for people to go
Yes.
and be like, I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to do is connect the idea to the end goal.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
what does that look like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So then coming after Christmas, in the spring, in February, we'll have STEM, trades, and manufacturing. So science, technology, engineering, math. And then our trades, manufacturing, transportation, all of those. That's going to be at our Workforce Development Center.
Okay.
So that will be a good one. That had our major reconstruction or addition a couple years ago. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. If you've not been to the Workforce Development Center, come see us. It's really something to see.
Very cool.
March 20th will be our ag, all of our agriculture programs. That will be hosted at the Ag Center in Bayless.
Okay.
So ag business, we've got our vet care assistant now, all the things, beef specialist, swine specialist, ag
All
applications,
things ag.
all thing ag.
Yes.
I joke that you could take any industry and put ag in front of it and there's a career
And there's
there.
something. Yes.
So we have a wonderful ag program. So that'll be at our Ag Center March 20th. And then the last one will be April 10th. That's Communication, Arts, and Information Technology. So obviously, your English, communication, fine arts, the humanities are kind of in that group
Sure.
too. And then information systems, how that all kind of fits together.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
lots of opportunities for people to come and explore. Parents, I encourage you to get on, learn a little bit more about these programs, these individual events, and then encourage your children to get registered for them. I assume you register?
Yes,
Okay.
you do need to register.
Okay.
And the website, you can just go to /visit at John Wood, and the link is there.
Okay. Yeah. So I encourage parents to talk to your kids, have them, go check out the website, see if there's something that they may be interested in, or if you've had conversations and you know that they're leaning towards something. This is a great opportunity to get them, a little more exposure to what that career may look like and how long it's going to take to achieve their goal, and how much money, parents, right? Because we all have to be cognizant of that as well.
Exactly.
So this is a great way to learn if your dream is something that you want to take to the next level.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
All right. Well, so much appreciation for you coming in.
Yeah,
I always
thank
love
you.
when you get to sit down here and tell me about all this stuff. I learned so much. And also love John Wood. It's a great organization, a great facility with
you.
great people. Go find your path, John Wood Community College. If they want more information, where would they go?
You can just look at the website, jwcc.edu. Visit is the section that has the information about all of these events. You can reach out to our admissions team anytime.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, coming up next, DOB and I sit down to talk about storm preparedness. Stay tuned.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath Shamrock Light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
Utopia is now open every day from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. and till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Chill out with a craft cocktail or an ice cold beer, and Utopia's got the latest gaming machines with big jackpots ready for you to win. Need the perfect spot for your next celebration? Utopia features a beautiful event venue, available now for parties, reunions, and private events. So come see what all the buzz is about. The drinks are cold, the space is hot, and Utopia is ready for you.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tee, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy. And welcome back. Joining me now, my pal D.O.B. with the BBB, Better Business Bureau, Don O'Brien. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I was confused about your topic when you sent it to me.
So you're telling me, Ashley, that you don't have September circled on your calendar as National Preparedness Month?
Yeah, I would think it would be more in the spring when storms, but then we were talking before, and
Like if we lived in Florida, it would be a great time to be nationally
Kristen
prepared.
Ritterbusch, which is why she's the smart one at John Wood, mentioned, hurricane season is upon us.
Although it's been quiet, and it's going to hopefully stay quiet. Yes.
Knock on wood.
So I don't know what we have. National Preparedness Month, so that, like the whole nation is taking apart right now.
Yes.
Maybe we need to have regional. We need to talk to the people in charge.
Yes.
We need to have regional preparedness month. So
We need a
maybe here in the
Quincy.
Midwest, it's like April or May, or probably April would probably be best.
Yeah.
And then down in the South, maybe September is a good month to have National Preparedness Month.
But either way,
it's good to be prepared.
never a bad time to talk about being prepared.
And we want you to be prepared. So because it's not a matter of if, but when something comes and happens in this region again.
Right.
And, we saw it down this spring in St. Louis region where they got hit by a tornado and it just wiped out a lot of the North County in St. Louis. So, there's some things that you can do now. And one thing I did in my house, I had some I was tired of the squirrels being on my roof. And they were getting there from limbs that were on my trees.
Oh yeah, you got to trim those bad boys back.
So I hired a company because I'm not getting up on any ladder to do that. I can't. With me,
Don't you have
with
a
a
woe
chainsaw,
guy that takes care of that?
we do have a woe guy that
Okay.
takes care of it, but this was like branches that were like way up. So I
safety
hired a
first.
company, did all my investigated them, looked at them to make sure they're good. They did a great job, and they got all those limbs off my roof. So now, heaven be forbid we have anything.
Right.
Obviously, my tree in the front yard could fall down and into my house.
Sure.
But those limbs now that were over it are no longer there. So if the wind does come through, I don't have to worry about some branch falling onto my roof and damaging it. So those are things. Kind of look around your property and see what you might have to look at if a storm does hit. That's one thing you can do. Another thing to do is then when we do get that weather, and if your residence or property is damaged somehow, is to not just let the first person who come by pick it up. We have we get a lot of reports about storms by fly-by-night contractors who come in and say, "Oh, I can help you out with it. I can get that roof off. I can get that tree off your house. I can help you with that siding that got ripped down. Just give me a little bit of money as a deposit, and we'll be right back to do this for you." And they
see you later.
Don't go. Yeah. So when we do have those instances like down in St. Louis, they had contractors just swarm that area, and not all of them were from the region or even close. There are the storm chasers we see on TV, like the Weather Channel, that chase the storm, and they're in the eye of it, and it's kind of cool to see their
We're like
view.
our very own Anthony Oliver.
Oh, is Anthony Oliver he's a storm chaser?
I always look forward to. I don't like storms, but I always look forward to his storm reporting.
So
he chases them, bad boy. Yeah.
So those types of storm chasers, and then you have the people that chase the storm after the fact.
Yeah.
And they want to unfortunately take it. Now there are some people that are legitimate and they're here to help, but unfortunately they're bad apples in the cart, and they want to take advantage of people.
Sure.
And they take advantage of people at a fairly low moment. And so again, it's very important when you are in time of need to still go through the proper processes of vetting that business and making sure that you're dealing with someone who's legitimate.
Yeah, don't let your emotions or the sense of urgency take you down the wrong path.
Yeah, the first thing you're going to want to do is check your insurance coverage.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, talk to your insurance agent. He or she will be able to tell you whatever plans you have or what might be covered.
Yeah.
Never sign over your insurance check to a contractor. You're going to want to pay that yourself, because if you just and we hear about this a lot at BBB, people will say, oh, I just signed my check over to them and they were supposed to come do the work. Oh. So that money that you got from your insurance company, they're not going to cut you another check because you gave it to Company A and Company A took off with it. That's going to be tough. So, we have all kinds of different tips here. The fly-by-night contractors, doing your research, make an emergency plan. I know that when the boys were little, we'd have an escape plan if we had a fire or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if people do that anymore.
I think they do. I mean, we have the plan of if anything's on fire, you smell smoke, you just get out of the house.
Get out of the house. And where do you meet at? Do you have a tree you met at? We had a tree we met at.
No.
You haven't had a meeting spot.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm remembering back from like elementary school, we need a meeting spot, but our neighborhood's pretty. I can't imagine them being like, I see it. But to know that they're not still inside, I guess is
correct.
The thing. Yeah.
So
I need to work on that. See?
There you go. I'm helping you out today.
You are helping.
It is you can get prepared during National Preparedness Month.
I'll make myself a little note. Meeting spot. Okay. So, of course, meeting spot.
Meeting spot after,
yes.
And in case something happens, you need to know that. Know the common scams. They're going to be, people who say they're going to take care of your stuff and they don't come back. So, just be careful and make a plan. This is a time, again, it might be a quiet time for us weather-wise. We're going to melt the next couple days. But other than that, just make a plan and just know what happens or know what not to do if something, or not if, but when something does happen around here.
Yeah, make that list and check your house for anything that can be done now. And I always recommend, and I know that it's, kind of a no-brainer, but if you have a local company that you know and that is reputable or word of mouth or
reviews, somebody you know and trust. And,
yes.
and again, that's the thing that these people take advantage of the most is that you've got this situation. It's you're kind of backed in the corner. You need to have this tree off your roof tonight.
Yeah.
You need to have the water out of your basement right now.
And they're like,
people come in and they promise you the moon and they don't do any work. So get those references. If some type of person comes by and says, tree trimming, for instance. We get a lot of people coming around our neighborhood and say, oh, I can cut this tree back for you.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, well, who else have you worked for? Give me some references.
Right.
Let me contact those references to see who can help you on that. So, the more you do on the front side, the less likely you are to get affected on the back side of things.
Right.
When the work is not done, or when it's time to do the work, you'll probably find a good company to do it. The more homework you do.
Right, and don't trust the ones that seemingly have this amazing spiel. Like don't take that.
Don't give in high pressure or
don't take
emotional
that as
pleas. Yep.
For professionalism or expertise. A lot of these companies that may not have your best interest at heart have practiced and perfected these spiels that they go door to door.
Yep.
So don't just take, he knew what he was talking about as, a green flag, because it could be a red one. So,
correct.
Do your homework. Call DOB.
We got all these at bbb.org. Go check it out there. We've got all kinds of tips on there on how you can all take part in National Preparedness Week.
Me included.
You've got homework now
Me
from
included. I have homework. I will report back. I encourage all of you to check out BBB if you're looking for an accredited supplier or vendor or service provider in this area. And if you have any questions, Don's always here to help. And until next time, this has been great. And we really hope that we don't have storms. But again, never a bad time to have that preparedness chat. So
thanks
you so
for having
much.
me.
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
All right. I think that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club. See you then.